Bonjour, happy Monday. Monday Market Minute by FranceWas, Keller Williams, Santa Barbara. So today I'm going to be talking to you about hazards that we address in real estate, merely environmental hazards and natural hazards. So environmental hazards are the man-made, the non-natural hazard. And these are covered, we have disclosures for those, so I'm just going to address a few. And why we're addressing it, because they are injurious to your health, to humans' health, and however people react to them differently. Some people have more sensitivities than others. Anyhow, so I will be talking about the asbestos, formaldehyde, mold, random, and also some that are exterior to the property, not found on the property itself. So asbestos, well, first of all, asbestos has no smell, and prior to the 1980s, actually in 1982 it was banned, so prior to that it was used in most building materials because of the great properties, insulating properties that it has, both for acoustic and thermal. And so it was used, for insulation, fire protection, and because of the strength. So it was used, its strength. So it was used as well for the strength of material. So now, when you're remodeling an older house, you have to be concerned about it, and you may have to have remediation. As to exposure, I want to tell you that it takes about 20 years of exposure for you to develop some symptoms, however. Formaldehyde, that is a colorless chemical, and on the other hand, it does have a strong odor. It is pickle-like, and it is found in every home, pretty much everywhere. So the best way to deal with this is to, you can limit it by, choosing paints and things like this that do not have any, or and then by venting your house. So if you have a fire going on, gas stove, if you have do not smoke inside, for instance. And then, as I said, best way to limit it is by venting your house very well. And I wanted to let you know that heat and humidity do increase its spreading. So to limit the emission, it is best to control the humidity and the temperature in your home. Random. We have quite a few areas here. There's a map that I have of the random areas that have more, mainly in the hills. So if you are interested in seeing this random map to know if you're located in or you're considering buying in a location where there is random, if you are considering buying, you want to be avoiding an area that has less random, then let me know and I will share that with you. So this gas is radioactive, and that's why we're concerned about it. And it really comes from the floor, because it is present in slate, in granite, so different stones. And as I said, it comes from the floor of the house into your house. And again, it is same thing as formaldehyde. Temperature does affect, how it comes in. So in the winter, for instance, when you start putting your heat on, then you have a chance of getting more random into the house if you are in an area that has some random. As to mold, there are different molds that are different mold spores, and some are effective to humans. And others do not really affect us. However, we do address that, and the seller has to disclose whether or not he's aware of mold in his house, so that you can have some testing done. So last but not least, I wanted to address the environmental factors outside of a house. For instance, we also inform you if there is noise from a local airport or highway, or what else? Yes, zoning. Industrial zoning can be noisy, or create some noise. Anyways, so the other part of that is that we make you aware of when we do our disclosures are the natural hazards, and those comprise the earthquake zone, whether you are indeed, so that's for all of California. So if you are in a seismic area, then we'll disclose that, and wetland area that may contain some substances, like forest risk hazards, and if you're in a very high fire hazard severity zone, that is disclosed as well. I am not in the hill, and yet I'm in a very high fire hazard area. And in that regards, a lot of insurance are dropping everybody, dropping their homeowners, and it's becoming more challenging to find insurance these days. Fortunately, we have the state that has a program in place. Anyways, flood hazard is another aspect that we are addressing. So if there's a potential flood in your area, then we would be notifying that. So if you have any further question, want more information on disclosures, please feel free to reach out to me, FranceWas Real Estate at gmail.com, 805-869-3369. Till next week, à bientôt.